Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to the SBI Life HackAIthon Introductory session. My name is Kushnanj and I'll be your host for today. We are thrilled to have you all here as we embark on the journey to transform with the power of AI. Today, we will explore the objectives of the HackAIthon, the exciting challenges ahead, and how you can make a significant impact. We have a we have launched the initiative on 18th of November and have seen immense growth and response from the developer ecosystem. I would also like to highlight the benefits of participating in HackAIthon 2025. Aside from a chance to make a real impact, we have some incredible rewards up for grabs. The winner will receive a cash prize of 1.5 lakh rupees. The runner-up will take home 1 lakh rupees, and the second runner-up will be awarded with 75,000. And trust me, these prizes are definitely worth the effort. And now, I would like you to introduce you to the mentors of this session. From the Risk Management and Fraud Monitoring Department, we have Ms. Kavita Maru, Senior Vice President and Head of Risk Management and Fraud Monitoring, bringing her expertise in combat fraud in the insurance industry. Representing the Business Strategy Department, we have Mr. Raman Jain, Senior Vice President, who will share his insights on enhancing customer experience and retention through AI-driven approaches. Leading the way in information security, we are joined by Mr. Manoj Nayak, Senior Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer, who will provide valuable guidance on cybersecurity solutions. Additionally, from the IT team, we have Mr. Ajay, Chief Information Officer, and Mr. Saurabh, Deputy Chief Information Officer, who will be sharing their expertise and vision for integrating cutting edge technologies into the SBI Life's ecosystem. Front-ending the initiative from SBI Life brand, corporate communication and CR team, we have Mr. Ravindra Sharma, Executive Vice President and Chief of Brand, Corporate Communications and CSR, who will help us to connect the technology solution with the company's broader strategic goals. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Nandita Shah, Vice President, Brand Corporate Communications and CSR, to help us learn more about HackAIthon and help us explain the problem statements. Over to you, Nandita.
Thank you. I'm sure I don't need to introduce SBI Life to this group. SBI Life is the most trusted life insurance company today. In the private sector, we are number one in the category. Driven by a customer-first approach, SBI Life is here today with these challenge statements, and we are thankful for the tremendous response that we've garnered from you all in the first week of launch itself. Thank you very much for joining in today. Can we move to the next slide, please? So we are out here with 3 problem statements in the area of risk, business strategy, and compliance, we can move to the first one, where I can take you through in detail what we essentially mean and are intending to look at in the first problem statement. This is enhancing cybersecurity with targeted vulnerability prevention. So, as you guys are aware, the ecosystem in which we operate today, uh, all companies, big, small, are vulnerable to various kinds of threats. While internally, SBI Life is completely geared up for this. The innovation that keeps happening within this ecosystem is what we want to explore. We want to develop tools and techniques which proactively help us detect any kind of threat or vulnerability that we may be open to. What we are looking at is for you is vulnerabilities, seamlessly developing these into integrated tools which can be deployed within the organization, considering our ecosystem, and which will help us balance these security requirements and develop these further, to newer threats that keep evolving from time to time. We can move on to the next problem statement. This is enhancing customer experience and retention through AI-driven personalization to improve the propensity to purchase. So, typically, how we work is we work with cohorts of 1000 plus persona based consumer behavior, which we have taken from the consumer, the data received from the consumer, and worked upon to over the years, to get a systemized or make some sense out of the data into what would their preferences be, and hence the selection of that life insurance policy. What we are looking at right now from you is to gather information available on the digital ecosystem to further enhance the preferences of existing customer. Also, when we are prospecting, we use this kind of data or the tool that is developed to be able to specifically or identify a database which are more likely for a purchase of, say, a particular type of a product, which could be term insurance, or which could be other products within the life insurance category. We can move to the third statement. AI-driven fraud detection and prevention in insurance. So the company today sits on a lot of sensitive information about the customers, right from their personal PII data, their financial data, nominee data. All of that is resides within the ecosystem of the company. So here what we are looking at is for you to identify trends and anomalies, detect unusual patterns or deviations when it comes to prospecting. Understanding the behavior of a consumer, the data, policy information, and claim submission which we provide to you, basis that come up with a model which will help us in pre-identifying and detecting any fraud which may happen at the inception of the policy or subsequently. This is what we have right now with us. You need any further detailing or questions, we are open to it.
Thank you, Nandita, for explaining all the three problem statements in such a depth. I believe everyone was able to understand it. And any viewer, if you have any question, you can comment it down and we will check it out in the AMS section. Now, moving forward with the timeline, let's take a closer look to it. This roadmap will guide you through each phase from ideation to the grand finale, ensuring you stay on track to deliver impactful solutions. The first stage is on registration and ideation, in which participants have to they finalize their problem statement and ideate solution for the registration and ideation stage. Started on the 18th of November with the registrations closing on 15th of December and idea submission closing on 22nd of December. Now, the shortlisted teams will be announced on the 16th of January 2025, and then the prototype development stage will begin, which will last till 22nd of February. Sorry, 2nd of February, and closes with the final submission on the same day, that is 2nd of February. Now, on the 18th of January, the announcement will be done for the final shortlisted teams with the exciting grand finale on the 8th of March 2025. Now, let's move on to the evaluation criteria, which is very important for you as students and participants because these are the key points or key features, you can say, which the invigilators will be keeping in mind while checking your problem statement and the solution which we have provided. So, here they are. The first one is ideation. How good is the idea and does it align with the problem statement? That's the very first thing they will notice. The second is novelty and impact. Is the solution novel? Does it create impactful solutions? That's the second thing. Now, moving on to the third, feasibility. Whether the problem statement you have selected and the solution and the prototype which you have given is technically feasible and businessly feasible. Like it should be viable to make, right? Now, for the fourth and last point that investigator will check is market readiness. That your product should be ready to market. Now, with that, you can comment down any of the questions cause we are moving now to the AMA section. The floor is yours. You can comment down all of your queries and we will try to answer them. So Shiva is asking that I want to participate, but I am not a student. So Shiva, you have to be a student to participate in this SBI Life hackathon. So that's a mandatory thing. Please, if you have any questions regarding the problem statement, you can ask them. Okay, Nandita, Naman has asked us a question. Can we implement multi-channel personalization, example, mobile app and website email? And if so, how should we approach the data consistency across channels? Over to you, Nandita.
See, whatever the solution will be, it will be the same solution which will be implemented across the various channels. So normally what we do presently is we have one single application from through which there is an API integration across various channels. So through that we are maintaining the consistency part. So on premises we have one application through which we then either through cloud or through API integration we will integrate through other applications, which could be a mobile, which could be a website.
Thanks for the answer. Now let's move on to the next question. Ganesh is asking what data sources will be provided to us for training the fraud detection models.
Yeah, so data sources, of course, we have few examples of frauds which have happened in the industry also that can be, of course, gained through whatever is available in the media or non-media. And of course, if there is any examples that we have, I think, given it in the database. So that will help you out in fraud detection methods.
So next question is from Disha. Are there any specific customer segments that we should target or should the solution cater to all customers persona equally?
So that is the crux of the solution that we're looking for, is how do we customize the solution for each customer persona. So there are various kinds of customers, there are various parameters on which we can uh, differentiate between them. So how do we cater to each and every customer persona in a more appropriate manner?
Disha, just to answer your question, it is more, we are a mass brand, an all India brand. We target all customer base, it goes across everything. You can come out with the solution which can help us filter, target, as Raman mentioned, earlier, just before me.
So the next question is from should a solution be designed to work with legacy systems or is it expected to work with modern platforms only?
So certain statements, for example, channel statement 1, we have written down what is the expectation, where do we want it to work across. The other two statements should is open ended, not only legacy systems, it has to be modern systems as well.
Evaluation.
See, modern and legacy is an individual perception and the way you perceive it. I think what we will answer you is you come out with the solution. If the solution is, solving the required problem, obviously the call will be taken accordingly to take it forward.
Okay, Suraj is asking, can we rectify any other aspect that we think we can improve in the system and then propose a solution, or is it necessary to take the three problem statements only? So Suraj, the problem statements are already predefined. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's necessary for you to take these three problem statement and come back with the solution.
Okay, we have few more questions coming up from the data we have received. Will there be any API or platform access for participants to integrate the solution with real world systems?
No, as of now, we are not looking at providing a platform.
Okay, thanks for
The
answering.
participants are to pick up their own systems and present to us what is it that they are going to be implemented. What is it that they have in mind and how are they going to implement it? They are free to choose the tools that they want to choose. However, the tools should not have any existing known vulnerabilities. That is the only thing that they need to bear in mind.
Okay, the next question was to what technologies are allowed or not. So you have already answered. So we will move to the next question. It's will the session be recorded and can be accessed the recording? Yeah, you can access the recording after this session. So one student is asking what data sources will be provided to us for the training, the fraud detection models.
So I think I already answered this.
Yeah,
That
yes.
We have a set of, you know, a shortlisted set or what all that you need to address that will be shared.
Okay, I think all the questions have been answered. And so everyone who have not registered yet, they can scan this QR code and go to the website, fill out the forms, and participate with your friends.
Thank you very much. Thanks everyone. If there are any further questions also, then we can make available, a query
Come through the website.
on the website, or you can reach out to us on the website that we have published. We'll collate and answer them within 2 working days. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all for joining us today. A special thank you to our esteemed guest speakers for their invaluable time. Have a great day.